What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about everything you need to know about appreciation in real estate. And why is this important? Well, Mark Twain once said that you should buy land because they're not making any more of it. Now, this famous saying implores the importance of real estate investing, which is seemingly simple yet yields tremendous results. For as long as we know, land assets have been known to be irreplaceable, right? Land is not being made anymore, well, in some rare instances. But look, it can't be created or destroyed. Makes it wealth generating asset. Now, land-based assets are known to appreciate over time. No matter how far we go back in time, land has always shown appreciation in its value. During every decade, minor things like economic recessions might happen and appreciation, or maybe even lava in Kona, but the prices always come back. Now, the lava thing might take a little while. I probably wouldn't buy in the lava flow again, but look, land is valuable. The definition of real estate appreciation: assets such as cars, boats, electronics, furniture, and real estate properties have a strong inclination to appreciate with time. This phenomenon is due partly to inflation, but the main reason is behind the concept of supply and demand. Unlike furniture and cars, we cannot build land anymore. Thus, as the demand for land increases, the rate of this will just keep on increasing, right? Like it's supply and demand. According to the National Association of Real Estate, or realtors, the average price of a house has risen by 6.4% in the U.S. per year between the years of 1968 and 2004. Now, home values experienced a sharp dip during the 2008 recession, but it's since recovered and is showing its former trend. Real estate appreciation can be categorically defined as the rise in the price of property over some time. Now, one of the reasons to invest in real estate properties is to get a profit on your investment once you decide to sell the property in the future. There are further classifications of real estate appreciation, which we'll discuss further on in this video. But look, the concept of increase in value over time for land and real estate is known as appreciation. There are two significant types of appreciation. The first is natural appreciation, and the second, I don't know what I'm doing here, the second is forced appreciation. Significant difference between these two is the control and speed at which the value of the land appreciates. Natural appreciation is not as fast. So look, let's imagine your family owns a home in which you've spent all of your life. Now, almost every house in the USA is worth more than it was 30 years from now. There are several examples that you will find when the value of a home tripled in value throughout a couple of decades. This appreciation, just the value of the home and the land going up, is known as natural appreciation. The owner or investor does not control it. The land will appreciate over time, and it's just a simple concept of supply and demand as the population grows and development is expanded to each corner of the world. And as the population grew, the demand for land increases, and so on and so forth. Now, due to this shortage, its rate is increased in natural appreciation. Population growth is the driving force behind this, and the sticker price of a land piece is just going to keep going up as long as the demand increases as well. So as demand increases, the need for land is also increased, thus driving the rate from this land to rise. Now, forced appreciation, on the other hand, is the hidden weapon of any short-term real estate investor or like commercial multifamily investors and a lot of other just investors in general. To take advantage of this phenomenon, real estate investors buy a small piece of land, a house, maybe even an apartment, whatever, and they increase its value in many ways. So you can fix up the property, you can increase the income on the property, you can decrease the expenses. There are just a lot of ways you can force the property to be worth more. And the goal should be to increase the price of the property you own. This is like house flipping or like what apartment owners like to do. Forced appreciation is only one of the two kinds of appreciation that allows investors to control, this is the only one that allows investors to control the rate and the appreciation scale. So a great example of investors taking advantage of forced appreciation is a fix and flip. It's an investment strategy in which a house is bought for the single purpose of fixing it up, infusing capital, like money, on the said property to improve various aspects of the property, and then this action is done to improve the sale and the value of the property by forcing appreciation. Basically, you're fixing it up so it's worth more money, and then you sell it, and that was forcing the appreciation. And then if there's natural appreciation in there, added bonus. Now, renovations can significantly improve the appreciation rate of a property. Features like revamped kitchen, improved deck, overall refurbishment of a property can induce a forced appreciation. These upgrades are strategically applied to make the most out of your investment. And a byproduct of an investment in a home is rent increase, improving your monthly influx of cash, which is Like, again, the appreciation of the area, more demand means higher rent. So which kind of appreciation do you think is better? Comment down below. Do you prefer natural or forced appreciation? When it comes to appreciation, you are not restricted to choose one or the other. Some of the most successful real estate agents and investors take advantage of both natural and forced appreciation. Several investors in the real estate investment industry want a property located in a posh locality where there's room for improvement. And then when an investor finds a property there where there's a lot of room for improvement, like the crappiest house on a really nice corner or block, they can force the appreciation on that property by fixing it up and upgrading it and then holding it, this now renovated property, in a nice area, and then it'll go even higher in value. Now, moreover, an investor is much more likely to receive natural economic appreciation at a much quicker pace if it's located in an A or B locality, like a kind of a luxury or a decent area. Properties in a little bit less nice area, then you're probably looking more for forced appreciation as it turns over than you are for just the area itself coming up in value. This suggests the market delivers results on properties that would be similar to an investment after upgrades. The whole scenario gives you an idea of how the market will behave and what the scale of your rental income, which has a direct impact on your property's appreciation, will be. Now, never choose one option when you have the luxury to take advantage of both. Strengthen your future with appreciation. This is an excellent way to begin your investment journey. You find properties that have some room for improvements. These properties are value-add properties. And then they generate opportunities for investors to take advantage of forced appreciation through just some fix-ups, right? A novice investor learning how to improve a rental property will generate more rent per unit because they fixed up this property and got it at a little bit of a discount. So now the annual rental income is directly improved, and this increase in income will lead to a total increase in operating income, which means the property is now worth more money through forced appreciation. The purchasing rate, so if you're doing like multifamily stuff, this would be like the net operating income divided by the purchase price equals the cap rate. Now, if improvements on a property are made right, then it will lead to higher rent generation and consequently an increase in rental income. This increase in rental income will force appreciation of that property, and like any other business venture, increasing the net gains while maintaining your expenses will make your property more valuable. The driving force behind the increased rent generation is short-term appreciation. If a value-add property is selected strategically in a location where the value of the property will appreciate over time, then the investor will be able to reap the advantage of both natural and forced appreciation. This investment strategy is the key to generational wealth and long-term continuance of an income stream. This way, an investor can earn and reap benefits on their investment even in their sleep. Now, factors that determine real estate appreciation, there's a lot of these, but look, investors are always looking for properties that they can invest, especially those which they know will appreciate in a few years. Such investments can become a source of financial stability and security for the future. And land appreciation also offers the luxury of selling your current property at a higher rate than you paid to buy, so then you can go and buy something bigger. There are so many factors that can affect the appreciation of the land, but here's a few. Supply and demand. Supply and demand is a natural phenomenon that is found in capitalistic world. When the demand for homes rises, the price of these homes also jump, and the price of homes will keep on increasing until newer residential homes are not built anymore. An increase in demand gives rise to the attention of real estate investors in that particular area, and then these investors make a living by buying and building homes, selling it at a higher rate. So in the end, buyers are willing to pay higher rates for houses that meet their fancy to beat any other buyers who are in the race for the same home. Location. Location is key when it comes to price appreciation. Buyers are often looking for properties that are in posh areas of the city. Ideally, if you're looking to invest in real estate, you want a B or a C category property in an A or a B category locality, right? So crappy house, nice neighborhood. Real estate investors are looking to invest in areas where there is a higher probability of development around the state's property. Maybe there's some profitable markets, amenities, and infrastructure that attract more investors and consequently more buyers for the property in question. Such properties are more in demand due to their lively and cultural vibe and proximity to workplace and other local establishments like parks, hospitals, markets, and shopping malls. Owning such property is nothing less than sitting on a gold mine. Such properties appreciate over time and reward heavily for the future. So buyers are willing to pay a little bit more to buy properties at a higher rate to be a part of that community and take advantage of the local amenities. Property market drivers. Price appreciation of real estate is affected by any development in the vicinity of the property that positively affects your property. While your home's structural integrity and overall condition greatly affect the appreciation rate of your property, you'll also need to keep an eye out for government projects and upcoming infrastructure in the area. These are called property market drivers. Potential property drivers can be many things like railroads, airport, new office construction, complexes. There's a new park kind of going in, like a cycling park place going in near one of my buildings, shopping mall, whatever. So proximity to schools and universities and restaurants, all of these things, right? Buying a house in such locations can be beneficial as properties will increase in value once those projects come to fruition. And then the cost of borrowing, right? This is another piece. The expense of borrowing at any instant greatly influences the property market, just as land appreciation. When the cost of borrowing is costly, high financing costs and interest in houses will decay because fewer individuals will have the option to bear costly credits. Basically, look, when interest rates are great, real estate prices are great, right? And that's what we're seeing right now. Once this interest rate starts to climb, people aren't going to be able to get into houses, so perhaps we'll see a rental increase because people aren't able to buy the houses, supply and demand. Anyway, so the Federal Reserve loosens up loaning rules. A larger potential of buyers will then fit the bill for credit offices, which means that they can then buy more properties, and that will increase the rate and the appreciation again, because again, lower interest rate, more buying power. Now, real estate appreciation is the rise in cost of a piece of land over a certain period. This can happen naturally, or if you want, you can artificially force it. And there are several factors that can affect the appreciation of your home, but the main difference is whether or not you are personally driving that or if it's just the natural appreciation of the market, right? Just understand what appreciation is and how you can kind of help or maybe not help, because, you don't always affect the market. But high demand areas, if you can get in with a cheap property, or as you can see kind of where the market's moving, where the path of progress is, and you can get in there, those are some great ways to help with natural appreciation. Forced appreciation involves renovations or updates, or, kind of understanding your market and finding some areas to maybe add a bedroom, whatever. But if you can get in on this, appreciation is a super great bonus. Now, I do not advocate for investing just for appreciation unless you're flipping a house. I prefer cash flow for sure, but appreciation can definitely help you out a ton, and it doesn't always take much, right? Just curb appeal can have a huge value. Forced appreciation are considered a secret weapon for land investors, right? Real estate investors. So just make sure you understand this, though, and although this is kind of a bonus and I wouldn't buy just for appreciation, there's a lot of money to be made with appreciation if you know what you're doing. So appreciation is valuable. Hope you got something out of this. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and have a great day.